So this right here is your 75-gallon overstock African cichlid tank. So there is approximately 21 fish in here, all Lake Malawi African cichlids, different size. Now, one thing I want to talk about is the size of the African cichlids. I have some cichlids in here that are between 3 to 4 inches. I have some cichlids in here that are between 4 and 5 inches. And I have cichlids in here between 6 and 8 inches. The different size in cichlids, I've noticed for me, it works well when there's a variety of sizes. Now, we're not talking about tiny juveniles, we're talking about young adults to older adults, and an older juvenile at least 3 to 4 inches. It creates a stable habitat. Usually what I had before was I used to have this tank filled with cichlids equal to size. They were all about 6 inches or bigger. It was causing a lot of chaos. These guys was fighting quite often. So once I overstocked this tank, I decided to have a different variety in sizes. The different sizes create a nice calming effect. The little guys, they know where their pecking order is. The medium guys, they know where they stand, and the larger guys know where they stand. So they're not all equally the same size, fighting for territory. It's a mixed size, it's friendly. Also, it's an overstock tank, so before I used to have either 12 or 11 fish in here, and these guys used to fight all the time. So what I did was I increased the quantity of fish. It helped out tremendous. Once I introduced them to a larger amount of fish, the aggression tempered down quite a lot. These guys here, they're not attacking each other all day long. You know, you'll get some chases here and there, but it's not like, you know, when you have about 10 fish in there and then one guy just chasing down one fish all day long. It's not like that. They get distracted so much by each other. You know, a fish may get chased for a couple of seconds and then it disappears into the crowd, and you know, everybody moves on. So overstock tank is the way to go. Also with African cichlids, yeah, they do love open swimming territory. So, you know, all the landscape, all the decors in the back, the front of the tank is pretty much a swimming area, but you must have some sort of hiding spaces. Hiding spaces is crucial because there are some African cichlids that are really gentle. They're not as aggressive as the others, and they definitely need a place to hide for survival. But overall, this tank is pretty well done. 75-gallon, minimalistic. I have two rocks. That's about it. Basically sand. pH is good. I don't chase pH up and down. All these fish come from pet stores or breeders. These guys never been to Lake Malawi. Their ancestors never been to Lake Malawi. Maybe 100 years, these guys don't even have an ancestor that even knows what Lake Malawi is. These are all from breeders, all these fish. So to try to make your fish tank equal to Lake Malawi, chasing up and down pH is ridiculous. You can just buy some pH sand, very simple. Plus, I barely do water changes. Maybe once a month, once every 2 months. The water is crystal clear. So what I basically have here, I have an FX6. The FX6 is also attached to a UV light. The UV light is right here in the background. It's 24/7, it's working. It's a UV light attached to the FX6, which does a really great job. In addition to the FX6, also got the Fluval 307, does a fantastic job. And in addition to that, what I have also is the aquarium is pretty much planted. You got plants all at the top. Plants are doing beautiful. They're very green. They're very alive. Overall, this tank, you know, pretty much takes care of itself. The UV light takes care of all the bacteria. that's floating free inside the aquarium. Obviously, there's bacteria in the filter, which is secured and safe. But whatever bacteria parasite is floating in the aquarium, the UV light takes care of that. There's no allergy growing in here. Everybody's happy. There's no issues with this tank. It's very simple. It's not as complicated as it used to be when I used to have 11 fish in this African cichlid tank. Now that I increased the amount of fish to about 21, it's been pretty much leveled out. The aggression's leveled out. No one's really attacking each other all day long. You know, they chase each other around. You can't stop that. But, you know, when I used to have less fish in here, you know, one fish would pinpoint a fish and chase them all day long, day and night, 24/7. Plus the differences in size, as you can see, the difference in sizes. Some fish are bigger, some are medium size, some smaller. It creates a perfect habitat. They're not all equal size, you know, thinking they're all each the boss. Everybody knows their place in this tank. I have one catfish, very minimalistic. I'm not doing water changes every week, 75%, 50%. That's ridiculous. If your tank is a perfect ecosystem, your bacteria flow, your nitrates, everything will balance itself out. You have a mixture of 2 filters, you have plants, you won't really have any issues, but that's just my opinion. But overall, the tank is doing pretty well. I don't have any issues. I have no plans on adding more fish. Obviously, this is a perfect amount of fish for this tank, and so far, everyone is doing pretty good and pretty healthy.